Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music. We're going to break down Cult of Personality right now. Great riffs, really fun. Also, thanks so much for supporting what I do here, Marty Music. I appreciate you subscribing here to the channel and clicking that bell notification. Thank you so much for that. Also, check the links below in the first comment and down there for helpful guitar links. And let's get rocking. So you start with the 3rd fret on the E string, which is a G note. So we're right in this G box. G Mixolydian and G minor pentatonic. So I'm hitting 3rd on the E, but then with the same index finger hitting the 3rd on the D. Okay, so it's a little tricky. Then I'm hitting, I'm mostly using my pinky, but you could try pinky or ring finger. You hit the 5th fret A string. And there's some palm muting going on as well. Then back to the original root note, 3rd fret E. Like that. So then what you do is you have to go to the 2nd fret D string there. And it's fairly fast. I've heard faster riffs, but it's pretty fast. So you're just playing the same thing. Do ba da do da, boo da da do da. So it fits differently on the beat on the 2nd time, but it's the same riff. So you go do da ba do da, do da do da. Then on this next round, on that last one, you go dun dun. So that's how you're going to break that up. Right? Then so it's always the da-da on the last one of those sequences. So now we have to learn the next one, the next really cool riff. So it starts the same way, actually. So those same 3 notes. Same 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3, 3, 5, 3. Then we're going to do a pull off between the 5 and the 3 on the D string. And then hit the 5th of the A string. So think of it as like, you know, a bluesy scale. Now we're grabbing 2nd fret G string, and we're doing an arpeggio from this G Mixolydian scale. So 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the D, 5th fret on the A. Like I said, you could use your pinky or your ring finger. I'm just play it a little better with my pinky, so. Next we go 5/4 on the G string. Right into the first part of the riff. And then again. Right? So that covers that opening riff. And then we get into the vocals. Look in my eyes. So it's an overdub. There's a guitar playing the look in my eyes. So that really cool chord, it's basically like a G add 9. So we're playing, well, also depending on how you look at it, it could be a G5 add 9, but ultimately it's a badass sounding chord with that riff. Wouldn't you say? Don't you think? Fun fact, Mick Jagger kind of produced, well, I don't know if he full on discovered them, but he produced this album. So 3rd fret high E, 3rd fret B, and they opened for the Stones when this album came out. So 3rd fret high E, 3rd fret B, index on the 2nd of the G. Now you could get a G in there as the root. But you basically, you can hear the overdub, so you can go, look in my eyes, what do you see? You know, you could do it that way. And then cult of personality riff. So it's going to be a B flat power chord. So 1st fret A string root, then up to F. Then the riff again. Does a bunch of riff. Now it does B flat to C. So those are the two first variations in the verse, but then it's cult of personality, cult of personality, dun, 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 into the best riff of the song, I think. Well, the main riff's the most classic, but the and I'm going to show it to you. But so you've got this. So, it's just both power chord parts. It's like B flat, F to the riff. But then, you know, so let's see. B flat to C into the new riff. And the cool thing about this new riff is, once again, it's a funky timing over a 4 groove, which is killer. Love it. Definitely got a bit of a. The more I learned it, listened to it, and learned it on guitar, the more it reminded me a little bit more of inspired by Black Dog by Led Zeppelin, or just a little more Led Zeppelin feeling to me with the way the riffs go. But anyway, it starts the same. So the first part you don't have to learn. I mean, if you've already made it this far, you don't have to. The first part of it you already know. Then it does that thing again, but right into the arpeggio. So it mixes, it's like mixing and matching parts of the riffs. So that thing. So all of that are elements that we've already been playing in this song. There's just one other thing we have to add. So check it out again. So we're just pulling off 5 to 3 on the D string and hitting the 5 on the A. Then that whole riff starts again. So let me play it a little slower again. Yeah, that part. Yeah, that part. Okay, so we got the last one. So this is a great example of the cage system kind of chord shapes you can think of. So this one is a B flat major chord to F. So, you know, not too different than, but the way he leads the voicings is particularly tasty. So it comes from the C shape of playing a B flat major. So ring finger on the 12 of the D, index on the 10 of the G, middle on the 11 of the B. Did I say that right? 12, 10, 11. Then I'm just playing a piece of this F major, but it's just the 10th fret D, G, B. Then we move that shape up a whole step, just that sequence, you know, that B flat up a whole step. So now it's C major. And you just get that same voicing, and you start on the D, and you go D, G, B. So let's see. So next you go. Then he has a little riff on the first one. So you're hitting that D string from that 12th fret cluster of a G major chord. So you're hitting that D, and then a hammer on pull off on that 13 of the B. So next we do a D major, and we're just going to play, it's an arpeggio, but it's really just, it comes straight from, so it's 12 on the D, 12, 11, 10, just that little F shape. Then G major using that C shape. So you get this nice. And so that would be 11 on the D, 9 on the G, 10 on the B. Just like the first voicing, first shape of this part. So from the top of this, I guess we'll call it the chorus. This part's pretty easy, F to C. Now it starts all over. He does a weird ass little thing right here. So it's the same thing. And you're basically bending that 12th fret B string. And then you're going all the way up to 20th fret on the B string. So those are all, I mean, other than the ridiculonco. Much respect. I was faking it right there. I remember buying this cassette tape. I'm dating myself. Cassette tape with my sports Walkman. And I went on a ski trip with my family, and the whole trip was just this album. Because you didn't have, shuffles and stuff. So I'd have my cassette of In Living Color's debut album, cranking on the slopes. Skiing, of course, not snowboarding, because that's how long ago it was. But yeah, so this one's a particular fun album and song to revisit. So as far as the stuff that I can show you, when it goes, there's nothing really new. Basically what it does is at the end, it repeats the... Oh yeah, so on the I am the cult of, it's like so it's like B flat, F power chords, riff, do da 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 da, then B flat up the C, then the riff. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. So that's not new, that's the same. So that's the same, but then it just goes. Which is the end of it. There was the lesson. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to request anything you'd like to see in the comments below. While you're down there, I appreciate you liking the video and subscribing here to Marty Music. Thank you so much, you guys. Hope to see you later.